So, a couple of weeks ago now, maybe more than that, I picked up a road bike just as a little donor, a little bit of a money maker. It was in terrible condition. But the guy actually tried to sell me some other parts while I was there, and these wheels were part of that. They were just lying to the side. He was like, "Do you want these wheels?" I checked them over, and what I saw were these tyres first. These tyres are Panaracer, Smoke and Panaracer Dark tyres. Proper retro tyres to go on the mountain bike, and they're actually in good condition. There's a couple of cracks in the top of the tyres where they've got a bit stiff, but the sidewalls look great, and they've got a lot of grip left on them. But what I also saw were the hubs. The hubs on these wheels are Deore LX, and they're the M550 versions. And if you remember back to what I recently did with the Diamondback Apex, was I put the Deore LX M550 versions of the rear derailleur, front derailleur and the crankset on the bike. So with these wheels here, which I only actually paid a £5 for, with these wheels I decided, hell, let's go full M550 on this bike. So I'm going to change it all again. I know I've only just put the slick tyres on. I've only just put the, what did I just put on? The Deore DX V brakes, but I'm changing it all again. With these tyres, I've gone and purchased the M550 Deore LX cantilever brakes. I should have a 7-speed seven-speed cassette that's coming, but the snow stopped that today apparently. There's no deliveries today. And I have some shifters as well. Let me just grab them. I've got these shifters. They're not the M550s, they're slightly older. They are the M060s. So they're slightly older, they're probably about 89. But they're 7-speed, indexed, front and rear. And after a bit of maintenance, they're okay. Had to de-gunk them, and I had to completely rebuild the rear shifter. But they work now. Yeah, they're all shifting through the gears. They work. Happy with that. So we're going to get these on the bike. And oh, actually, there's one last thing to change. What I'm also going to change is I've currently got a head adapter on there and an A-head stem. I'm going to change it to this Control Tech stem because this is light. I picked this up for a few quid on eBay. Just saw it, and it's light, man. It's so much lighter than the A-head adapter plus the A-head stem. So I'm going to change this out as well. Made in the USA. And yeah, let's get going. Okay, there we go. Everything stripped down. Yeah, like this is totally an unnecessary. Ow! It's totally an unnecessary swap. There's probably going to be a reduction in braking power at least, and I'm going to have, well, I guess technically 3 less gears. Oh, I've put this cap in the stem and I can't get it out. But I felt like it had to be done. I've got this sort of OCD, I guess, about keeping a group set together, as some people have found out in the comments. But this control tech stem is nice. It's just light. Like compared to what have we got? Compared to this, which has got a load of water in it. What the hell? This compared to that, there's so much less weight just in this. So, well, I say so much. It's probably only a few grams, but it'll make a difference. So we can go. How high can we go? We can't really go that high, but it will just drop in. Just look nice. Maybe I'll put one spacer underneath it. That's a big spacer. There we go. Yeah, we'll just have one spacer underneath it, just to raise it up a bit. Grease. Need some grease down there. Oh wait, no, I don't need a spacer. What I do need, almost forgot, because we're going to canties now, I'm actually going to need a hanger. So I've got to put a hanger on there, which means I've got to fit that into the headset somehow, but it looks quite tightly stacked already. Can I just put that on there? I know it's meant to lock in. I mean, I could just fit it on top there. No, I couldn't, not really, because then I wouldn't be able to access the, yeah. Just going to have to take this headset apart, which I'll have to put the front wheel in, probably. So, yeah, just bear with me. Okay, panic over. So, yeah, I was fretting a bit then, because I realised I couldn't put the, this hanger into the headset, because the stack height was too small. I couldn't also put it round the stem like so, because it wouldn't bolt down into place and it would just flex around, so it probably just end up twisting the brake cable and it wouldn't be effective. So at that moment I did actually just pack up and just go inside to try and find a stem, but then I realised when I bought this bike, I was actually given something that will work, and that's this. It is, I think it's Tektro. It's a Tektro bolt-on one, so it just goes around the stem like so, all the way up, and then just goes in. You can align it and clamp it into place, so it will hold the brake cable exactly where it needs to be, and I can use this. I mean, I prefer it in black, but it will work. I can keep the control tech stem, and I can keep that. I could have also used, where is it? This stem. This stem right here is a Gervin Flex stem, which I picked up recently for £2 whole. They do come with a noodle that sits on here, on the front, but mine doesn't have one, and they're impossible to find. So they were my only two options. So it's lucky that I found this. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, done. Full Deore now. Vintage, retro, whatever you want to call them. Panaracer smoke and dart tyres. Yeah, it's looking good. I really like the red and the amber wool, tan wool, whatever you want to call it. It looks awesome. I do still have the pedals to do. I've still got the old flat ones on there, but I've got the Deore LX pedals on there. Not on there at the moment, you know what I mean. I've still got them to do. I have stripped them down, and I was halfway through making a video for them, but they're a little difficult to get back together. The cage is kind of blocking me at the moment, and I can't get the lock nut tight down to the code nut with how it is. So I've got to play around with it, because if you just pedal, they come undone. Shall I try and get outside? I need to get outside to show you this in full, in all its beauty now, but it's raining. Let's risk the camera. So we've gone back to Canties again, after starting on calipers, going to V's, and then we've gone back to Canties. Deore LX M550, about 91, same year as frame. I don't know if the bike would originally come with LX, but it's got it all now. I think they cost me about 20 quid including postage to get. Okay, we've got the Panaracer smoke and dart tyres. You can still actually get these. You can still there's a place in Germany where you can get these from, but they are about 30 to 40 quid a tyre now. But I mean, look at them. If you're gonna do a retro mountain bike, you need them. You need the amber walls, tan walls, skin walls, whatever you want to call them. You need them. I mean, these came on the wheels. I got the Deore LX wheel set, again M550, and these wheels only cost me, the wheel set only cost me a £5 with the tyres. That was an absolute bargain. I do need to polish them up. I will do that, don't worry. But yeah, these wheels are an absolute steal. Like, what are you going to pay for them? Including the tyres, if you were going to buy them, like 100 quid. So they were an absolute steal, those tyres, those wheels, wheel set, absolute steal. Now I know they're not the M550s. I know we haven't actually found the M550s to complete the set yet, but I've got the slightly older M060 shifters. I mean, I had to do a bit of repairs on them. What did I pay for them? I think I paid £15. Posted for them. Had to do a few repairs, but you know, they work now, and I think they're fairly cheap as well for what they are. So they're nice. Gone back to 7-speed. They'll work with the bike. Oh, but we've also got the control tech stem now. I had originally put the A-head adapter in there with an A-head stem, but now this is an all-in-one 1/1/8 inch retro stem made by Control Tech, made in the USA, as is the bike apparently. I mean, the Diamondback bike is made in the USA, so all good. And that is so lightweight. That is lightweight. I mean, you see me put the M550 crankset on before. I mean, this, I barely covered any miles when I got it, even with the correct dust caps, and that cost me 30 quid, I think, maybe 40 for that, and then I paid £9 for the front derailleur. Both came off the same bike, and they're absolutely awesome condition. Both look really well, and now I've put on a SRAM, is it an 870? Well, a SRAM 7-speed chain, and that will work well. And then at the back end, got the HD41 7-speed cassette, 11 to 28 teeth. what was I going to say? Yeah, I don't think the derailleur would cope with a 34 that I was going to put on it to make it a bit easier. So I stuck with the 28, which, I don't know, you might consider it's more of a road gearing, but it works well. It will work well. I don't need massive ranges on here because I've got the 3 chain rings up front, so the derailleur will cope with that. Derailleur, again, that came with the actual Ascent, and it works well. So Teflon cables all round. You see the Panaracer smoke tyre, looks great. Now the camera's getting soaked now, so I just wanted to do a quick look around like this before I head off back in the garage. But I think going back to the mountain bike routes, sorry tripod, get out of the way. Going back to the mountain bike routes was the right thing to do. All Deore LX now. So we'll have to get out exploring on this bike. So hope you like this little transformation again. I'm going to get back in the dry now. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next build.